welcome to Trucker Talk. Got a special episode with my beautiful niece, Miss Micaiah. So, Micaiah, how are you doing on this beautiful evening?
Good.
That's it.
Yeah.
So how was your week? I know you started school last Friday, last Thursday,
Last Wednesday.
last Wednesday. So how is school going for you
Good.
since since you just started back? I know you miss your friends, and do you have some of your friends in your classes? Or
Yeah.
okay, okay, but okay. It's a beautiful day today. I'm gonna throw a fun fact out there. What do you think? What do you think the number one cause of accidents are?
I don't know.
You don't know? Come on, my guy. You don't be sitting in the back seat looking at people, like watching people when they're driving and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so well, the number one cause is human error.
Never heard of that before.
What it's the distracted driver. You see people, they be distracted when they driving. Like when I'm on the road going from different towns and states, you'd be surprised how many people are either eating or they're texting or they ain't even looking at the road. So distracted driving, that's a problem. But speeding is one of the leading causes of collisions. I know you probably see a lot of that. But anyways, a special episode today. Got my beautiful niece Micaiah. Episode 19. Want to talk about all feelings are okay, even the stormy ones. So feelings are like weather. Um, so we're gonna go ahead and dive into what does what does sadness feel like? Have you ever experienced sadness?
Yeah.
What did that feel like to you?
Emotional.
Emotional, get upset, I guess you cry, stuff like that. Okay, yeah, I've experienced sadness, and one of the things, I guess, as a kid, I guess sometimes you kind of hide it, from your parents. I used to hide mine from my parents, but as I'm getting older, I'm better at express. I guess I'm better at expressing myself. So, can you name three feelings that you had today?
Aggravated.
Okay, that's one. Okay,
Sleepy.
okay,
And had fun.
okay. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Well, with me, I guess getting up. I guess my days are different. So depending on how I feel getting up, like I have thoughts. I guess throughout the day, even getting up, I have thoughts. Like so today, with getting up early and going back to bed, I've had sadness, anger, and happiness. So I've had all three because it's like I process things in the morning when I'm sitting down and I'm drinking my coffee. So you drink coffee?
Yep.
Okay. Um, so what helps you feel better when you're upset?
Well, usually I talk to somebody whenever I feel sad or emotional.
Okay, and does that help? I guess that helps you feel better. I guess after you get some good words, good advice.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. But with me, I with just I guess my job and stuff like that, I find like music. This may sound crazy to you, but smells like good smells, music. Um, And there's certain people that I will, get on the phone with or I'll talk to that will bring my spirits back up. So that helps me feel better when I'm upset. So big feelings, little body. Big feelings, little body. Today is a new chance to do my best, but it's okay to feel overwhelmed sometimes. So what do you do when your feelings feel too big?
What does that mean?
Like um say say like with me when I'm dealing with something and with I have the anxiety like you get those feelings over your body to where you're like like you antsy and you can't sit still. And I know you experience that like you're pacing. So and when you don't talk to say when you don't talk to somebody and you're just keeping it to yourself. So you get to that point, like say, because I know there's times and I've done it. Like you don't really say when you don't talk to somebody. What do you do? Feelings are too big, or you try to handle it on your own. I guess that's the question that I'm asking. When they're too big to where the anxiety's running over you, and you're just like, you don't want to talk to your mom or your dad. You don't want to talk to your friends, and you're keeping it to yourself.
Try to talk to myself.
Nice, I like that. Okay, see, I pray, and I cry. I talk to myself all day long. So see, I like it. Talking to yourself. There ain't nothing wrong with talking to yourself. I had the best conversations with, like, just like talking to. I had the best conversation with myself. You believe that? So you got to be kind to yourself. You love yourself. You got to be in tune with yourself. Love yourself. Have a relationship with yourself. That's the important thing. So, what does anger or frustration feels like in your body?
Sometimes it feels like I'm hurt.
Okay, you just want to lash out.
Yep.
See, like me, I guess I start to sweating and then I start to shaking. So I just I lose my mind. So that's what anger feels like. So as far as coping skills, teaching a 3-2-1 common trick, it's like what I learned to do is I take deep breaths or I'll go for a walk. But sometimes, like I said, meditation. Have you ever tried meditation?
Yeah.
So I'll meditate. Like I'll get up in the morning sometimes or um even at night, I'll just pick a space and just do some meditation. So the brave voice inside me theme is confidence and self talk. Talking. So, what do you say to yourself when you're nervous? And when you're nervous, like what? Like for example, when you was doing karate and even gymnastics, I like when you sometimes you get up there and depending on the day or your mood, you're just sitting there and you're just like and so you're nervous. Everybody's watching you. You're on the stage. So, what do you say to yourself, like to kind of before you perform or do what you do? What do you say to yourself?
I try to give myself some advice so that way I'm not as nervous.
Okay, and does that help you?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Me, that's what I do. I when I'm nervous, like I said, I talk to myself and I just give myself a prep talk. So, what is something that you're proud of?
Passing second grade.
Congratulations. Nice. Nice. Well, I'm proud of you for passing second grade. Something I'm proud of. I'm proud of my son. He's becoming a young man, good young man. So, but mindful like a ninja, practicing mindfulness, staying present. What's something you noticed today that made you smile?
Um, just thinking of stuff.
You said just thinking of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, something I seen it. I looked out the back window and seen a butterfly. That made me smile. Does that sound cheesy? You smile. Why you looking at me? Does that sound cheesy? Because you would expect something like that from me. I see the butterfly, so I smile. Just like I look outside, see the beautiful clouds. It's beautiful, simple. It's the simple things in life that I'm learning that I would took for granted. So now I appreciate the small things in life. I know you got a big world. It's a big world out there. You got a beautiful life ahead of you. So, but what? How can you take a quiet moment when your mind is busy? Like, how can you take a quiet moment when your mind is busy?
Sometimes I try taking a nap or just reading a book.
Nice, nice. That's right up my alley. See, I got my. I have my books. I do like a daily devotion and naps. I think naps are my best friend. A bad moment doesn't mean a bad day. Have you ever experienced that? As far as like some people, I see people, well, adults, they'll be talking and they'll say, "Man, I've had a bad day." One of my friends, I heard his wife say this. She said, "You can have a bad moment, not a bad day." But have you ever experienced that? Like, have you thought to yourself, like, I just had a terrible day?
Yeah.
Okay. Um. So mindful moments. Dogs. It says like your five senses. You got your five senses. You smell, your hearing, your touch. Smell, hear, touch, taste. Um. But you got your five senses, and I guess sometimes there again we take those things for granted as far as being able to have our five senses. And sometimes I know sometimes like when I get sick or something, either my nose stopped up or even with wearing glasses, if I start having eye problems, I kind of get a little agitated because I take it for granted. So kindness is super cool. Kindness is super cool. Being kind to yourself and others. When were you kind this week? Would you kind to your sister? Look at my guy. I'm listening. Why? Why? You got that look on your face. What's wrong, Pakai? You have a beautiful little sister. I know you're a big sister, and it's probably challenging sometimes.
Yep, sure is.
Well, I know you don't remember when you was little, but when you was little, you was growing and learning, and you was crying, and you need your diapers changed, and all those days, and you needed the attention, right?
Yeah.
Being a baby, so it's probably tough, with having a younger sibling, and it's understandable. So, as far as me being kind, I just try to be kind. Um, this week, I guess opening doors, like when I go to different places, it's like when I stopping to get fuel, I open the door. Try to do a nice gesture for somebody. It just makes me feel good. How does it feel when somebody is kind to you?
It feels good.
Yes, it does. It feels real good. And I like to have my friends and people around me that are kind to me. People that are not kind to me, I don't have no dealings with. I try to stay away from them. So, what if I make a mistake? So, growing mindset and learning from failure. So, what is something you messed up but you learned from?
Um, Math.
Math. So, what was the math problem, or what was the you remember the problem like vividly, or
Um, it was 955 plus 475.
girl, I can't add all that. I have to pull my calculator out for that one, but so you got that wrong, but corrected it. I guess it like I guess when I was in school, when you get it wrong, do they go over? The teachers go over with you and say this was the correct answer. This is how you add this up. Get the answer I got.
Yeah, she helped me with it.
Nice, nice. I'll tell you something I messed up. I was I can say it now, but I delivered to the wrong. I was delivering um Cokes when I worked for Coca Cola, and I delivered to the wrong place, and my boss wasn't happy about it because when I was looking at my addresses, I assumed because it was on Magnolia. I ain't gonna say the store, but it was two of them on Magnolia. My boss, if my ex boss is listening, to this, he'll know what I'm talking about. But I delivered to the wrong place because I assumed so. I made that mistake, but I had to correct it because I had to drive all the way from Maynardville back to the store, pick all the stuff up out, pull the stuff out the coolers, and then take it to Maynardville. That was a lesson in itself. So, your mind is like a garden. Grow good thoughts in it. Look for the good. It's hiding in plain sight. Does that make sense?
No.
It don't make sense.
Nope.
You got to look for the good in things. Like, for example, um, when you go to school, let's use school. Let's use school as an example. I know, and this is you being the young lady that you are. You don't like to get up in the mornings, do you?
Nope.
So when you get up, this is you in the mornings. You're like, mom, I don't want to go to school. I'm tired. I don't want to. So the good in school is, and I wish I would apply myself, but education is good. Education can get you somewhere. And when you go to school, there's a lot to be learned. I know you probably enjoy playing with your friends and hanging out with your girlfriends, but still, you got to get that education. So even though you're tired and it's in the mornings, the benefit out of an education, you'll have a good career in the future, job, and you'll be an intelligent person, and nobody won't be able to, what's the word, pull a fast one on you. So you can get educated, and even in math, like do you like math?
Nope.
Come on now. You got to, when you add your money up and you start stacking your money, you have to make sure your money's right. So we got to work on the math thing, okay? We got when you count their money. If somebody giving you change back, they're like, "Here's your change." You're gonna be like, "Okay." They can take $50, $60 from you. You got the hey, you know that money. But yeah, so there's a benefit, the big picture. So school is good. I wish I could go back and change some things, but I can't now. But I'm still blessed and I'm in a good position. So grateful. But it is okay to fail. Mistakes are part of getting better. So when we make decisions and choices and mistakes, we learn from them, and it makes us better. It's when you don't learn from them. When you don't learn from them, that's when there's an issue, because it's like the definition of insanity. You're doing the same thing over and over, getting the same result. Does that make sense? You're doing the same thing over and over, getting the same result. So my bubble of safety, creating a safe creating a safe space in your mind. So what makes you feel safe?
Being around people who I feel comfortable being around.
Nice. I like that. Me, mine, you might, like I said, you might think I'm crazy, but my safe space is like my house, being here. I got my music on, or got my or diffuser on. What do you call it? Diffuser. It blows the steam out and the smell. So my home is my safe space, because I've created that safe space for me. So I love it. I enjoy it. So what places or things help you calm down? Places or things.
Um,
Cause I was like, I got 100,000 questions, don't I? You weren't expecting all these questions. Hey, you're creative. Shoot. You got an open mind. You're tired, ain't you? uh, places or things that help you calm down. Like, so I guess being at, well, when you go to school, I guess when you're around your friends, that
yeah,
calm you down.
yeah.
Okay,
Being at home sometimes.
nice. See, like me, when I get in my truck, my big tractor, or my tractor trailer, that's like a safe space for me, because like it's like I'm on. Let me know if people don't take it wrong. I'm on top of the world, because it's like you're on top, but you're not on top, but you can see everything. So I got my seatbelt on, got my air conditioner on, my music playing, and it's like I'm like this. My eyes are like all like an eagle. So to me, that's my like safe place. Even though I can get a flat tire or something can happen, I'm behind the wheel, but I can control that to an extent. So, but it says it's okay to ask for help. Do you ever? I guess sometimes. One thing I struggle with was asking for help, but now when I'm dealing with things in life, I'll stop and I'll. There's certain people I'll ask for help, because it's always good to ask for help. So you got to talk to trusted adults and not bottle things up. So, and I think I've asked you this, and I'm gonna ask you. I might have asked you before, but or I know I don't think I asked you this. But who can you talk to when you feel sad or scared, as far as like for your safe space?
Usually to my teacher or my parents.
Nice. I like that. See me, like when I was younger, I didn't I was young, and so I was in different times. I wouldn't talk to nobody. But that's good that you talk to your teachers, parents, because that's important, because the times that we're living in, these are some crazy times. So they're crazy. But anyways, um, it says, why is asking for help a strong thing to do? Do you feel like it's hard sometimes asking for help?
Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, well, it can be, it can be. And after I got to a point where I'll say hit rock bottom, where I hit the ground, I was like, you know what? Just like kind of like when I lost my job. I know I bring that up because that was a soft spot. It was a hard it was a hard spot for me. I dealt with that, and um, pretty rough. I never lost a job like that before. I got laid off. So, but I reached out to some people, and I've had a good support system, and everything had a way of working itself out. So it was a blessing in itself. So I'm grateful for the new job that I have. So think good thoughts, and good things will grow. And there, don't ever forget, there is always something to be thankful for. So, um, just just simple things in life. So, but yeah, but I'm glad that you took time out of your day to record this episode 18 with me. And is there anything else that you want to throw out there? Any advice that you want to give to anybody, or anything you want to say? Anything, uh, anything you can think of?
If you have a passion, keep on following it.
Nice. I like it. I like it. You're gonna be the because you do with the gymnastics. So even let's talk about your gymnastics. Because you can do all the flips and all that. So when you first started gymnastics, like me, I guess being older, I'll break all my bones in my body. I can't do all that flipping and tripping and jumping and all that. So, but when you first started doing all that, because I know when you was outside, you just do a backflip. You just like it ain't nothing. I'm thinking, dang, when I was little, and I was like maybe under 100 pounds, I could do all that stuff, but I ain't gonna try it now. So you want to take that career to the next level? Are you, as far as like when you get into middle school and high school, you want to take all that? Is that what you want to do? Like take it to the next level or what?
Yeah, I want to be in the Olympics. That's always been my dream.
Wow, nice. Well, you can do that if you stay consistent and practicing. Like, Do you practice stuff at home and do different routines and stuff?
Sometimes I like to do some stretches. I like to do round off back handsprings in the backyard to practice.
Nice, nice. But you keep practicing and you keep setting. You gotta like people that are elite. It's like when they don't want to practice, when they hurt, and when they tired, they're still practicing. They're practicing when everybody else is taking off. So to get to that elite level, that elite status, those are things that you have to do, even when you don't want to do it. Because just like Kobe Bryant, he was one of the best in the game because he took it serious when everybody was out partying and having fun. Shoot, he was in it. He got up that next morning. He was in the gym shooting, practicing. I know it sounds boring, but it's just being consistent with it. So as long as you stay consistent with it, I think you'll be able to do that. Get to that point, okay? So, but thank you again, Micaiah. I appreciate you, love you, and thank you for taking time. And we'll tell everybody they have a good day. Appreciate you, and y'all have a good day. Thank you.
Bye.
It's the drip from me, Strozar.